Hello everyone, welcome to Liberable. Welcome to a very exciting video here on Liberable, the Hyundai i30n. One of these videos, I just wanted to do a POV, but I thought, you know what, there is quite a lot of technical details inside this car, and I want to run you guys through them before I do the driving part and talk to you guys about the kilowatt and talk and all that sort of stuff. I first want to talk to you guys about all the features because there's so much happening inside this car. Ladies and gentlemen, I will appreciate it if you hit the thumbs up button. Like, really, if you watch this video, it's not gonna hurt. Hit the thumbs up button. It really helps us South African YouTubers, and it really helps get our videos and content out there. And I also want to apologize again for the lack of application, which was supposed to have launched 3 months ago. That's honestly, I'm not too happy about it, but it's coming. We're flipping nearly there. Now, features of the Hyundai i30n. Alright, so we're going to place the camera in this direction and quickly talk about the features. Ladies and gentlemen, please, the aircon is running a little, so do not mind. I hope the fan isn't going to irritate you guys too much. So if I slide my finger over here, like that, and then I go to in mode, this brings me up a lot of information. So my G-force, my performance timer, my performance options, my power, torque, and turbo. Let's start off by performance options. Right, so this is where we can set our shift light, our in-track sense shift, and our in-power shift, but more importantly, our launch control. You can actually adjust the launch control RPM in the main infotainment, or you can use the button over here which controls the speed cruise. So for example, if I put the car into in mode using this button, we will talk about in mode now because there's a lot to cover there, and I use launch control now. You see, I can adjust it using the switches. I'll show you that again. So freaking cool. Then you can adjust your shift light, which is those 4 dots there on top over there. They will tell you when to change gear because this is the dual clutch version. Then you got your in-track sense shift, which is race-ready transmissions. Programs automatic trigger when dynamic driving conditions are detected. In power shift, there's so much stuff. So enhanced acceleration performance and driving experience by shift response optimized for performance. Available in and custom drive modes with Sport Plus transmission. So this is also really good. I actually want to try seeing later what that does on the drive. And then you can also go to your custom modes. Now this is where things get really interesting. So in my custom mode, I have the engine in hardcore mode, the transmission in hardcore mode, the electronic limited slip diff in hardcore mode, and the exhaust in hardcore mode. I can also have the ESC all the way off of here. It gives me a bit of a warning there, but I leave it on because this is only for my daily driving around town. If I want to misbehave a little, I can sort of stiffen the steering there, which I never do in cars. I don't like artificial heavy steering. And then obviously the suspension, which is bone shaking, break your bones and shatter them to pieces. So we'll talk about that also a little bit later. Then we're moving from the center control screen now to the center. On the center screen, you can have your fuel consumption here. I'm doing 12 liters per 100. The best I've seen there, you can see, is 10.8. I actually saw 8.7 in this car, but agreed. I've been averaging like around 12 with this car. You can go to, you have your navigation there, or you can have your tire pressure, your oil temperature, your torque and turbo, your lap timer, your G meter, your auto driving, your attention level. I like to just have it on my fuel consumption over there. Then on the steering wheel, this is where things get again interesting. You have a normal drive mode button. This can take you from sport, eco, normal. So if you have in normal mode, the exhaust is quiet. Sport mode, So that is quite nice. You have eco mode there as well. And then you have your in button here. So if I put that into the in mode, I'll have my step crackle now. Right. And then if I have my custom mode, that is where the custom mode comes in over there. So that's like in like full hardcore mode, and then my custom mode over there. Then you have in grin shift. If you click this button, you get 20 seconds. Conditions of it, my apologies, put into gear. It's over here. Let's put it into the in mode there, and then in grin shift. 20 seconds over there. So basically it'll kick down and give me full power for 20 seconds. That is so freaking cool. Now to my door, it's simple, just seat controls over here, my auto mirrors and my window switches. Nice leather here on the doors as well. Not leather, but I don't think it's leather. Nice feeling. And then you also obviously have your obligatory Apple CarPlay. I wish the sound system was better, but so is life. You have your passenger airbag warning light here and all your seatbelt lights over there. Air conditioning. Notice something here, ladies and gentlemen. Everything is physical controls. A physical button for the volume, physical button for climate control settings. Really, really nice. Over there you have your wireless charger and a USB port, also a 12-watt socket and a cigarette port there as well. Let me put this car back into park here again. Your gear lever here is normal PRND. If you go all the way down in the right, you have the car in manual mode, or you can use the pedals here on the steering wheel. Then you have your heated seats over here, a heated steering wheel, your traction control button, your camera button, and also your PDC. Cup holders over here, a physical handbrake, not a click switch, and a center console here. I wish the armrest was adjustable though. The seats are very comfy in front, but the headrest is way too far back and I can't actually rest my head against the headrest over here. Let's move up to the top. Auto dimming rear view mirror, a sunglass holder, and the biggest sunroof I've ever seen in a small hot hatch. I mean, look at the size of this damn thing. That's huge. Before I hit the road, you have some quick stats with Hyundai's i30n. This car costs 749,900 Rand, which for me is not bad value. 206 kilowatt, 392 Newton meters of torque. Hyundai claims a low to 100 of 5.4 to 100, which is damn fast. 250 kilometers top speed. 50 liters per 100 kilometers. Now on my way to my shooting location, because this part I filmed later now than I filmed the part that you guys saw before this, I averaged an average of, I drove very easy, 6.7 per 100 kilometers. That is easy driving in economy mode, so it can be done. Now for the exciting part. For this part of the video, I'm going to put the GoPro on my head. I'm going to say nothing so you guys can take in the car, the sound and the experience. And then we will put the camera facing me at the end of the video and chat a bit about my experience and what I felt. So let's do that now. Righto, POV done, and I can start on my thoughts. Again guys, I try and take this videos quite easy. Those new car videos, I want to be a bit more laid back, and I'm not I don't feel like a motoring journo, so I do want to talk a bit more freer, and my perspective from someone who has never had the clue of what it's like to drive such amazing cars in my lifetime. So let's start off with the i30n, the looks. It's better looking than a GTI, in my humble opinion. I don't like the red. The red needs to go, but in my humble opinion, this is a far better looking car. It stance, the way the car is lowered, standard. It's got a beautiful stance. One finger space in front, just about two at the back. You get that lovely nose down, ass up like kind of look. Really flipping good looking car. The interior can be better. I will remain steadfast what I said in my first generation i30n video. You can click the card on top to check that video out. It could be better. The sound system can be very much better. I don't understand what the deal is with Hyundai. Hyundai whatever not giving Hyundai South Africa a Harman Kardon or Bose for these cars. I do think the price can be jacked up a little bit more. If you want to add the Harman car, at least give the customer that option. As an audiophile and as a car that I would want to buy one day, I just wish it had a better sound system. And now on to the all-important driving experience, what I just experienced now. I don't know how to put this now. But this car feels like a driver's car. It doesn't feel anything like a GTI. If I were to compare it to Club Sport, if I were to compare it with Club Sport, then I'd say this is a better car. It's coming into a corner and balancing the car on the throttle. The car communicates its feel much more transparently to me than a Club Sport. Now the all-important TCR, not the Club Sport 2-door, talking about the 4-door Club Sport, which this car is competing against, because this is also a 4-seater car, 5-seater car. Compared against the Civic Type R, I don't know, but for some reason this engine feels a lot more happy. And it's weird. I haven't driven a Civic Type R in quite some time, so that could be a reason why. But I think this is as a package, I prefer. Now, the Civic Type R had one of the most crispiest turn-ins I've ever experienced on a front-wheel drive car. It felt like a freaking Porsche. And this car feels very similar, if not the same, if not better, in my opinion, right? Now let's compare to the TCR, and again, a better engine. You know, I definitely prefer this 2-liter 4-pot that Hyundai has in this configuration, front-wheel drive. This diff, flipping hell. So I turned in power shift off. What I notice now is the becomes a lot more aggressive. So the minute I pull the pedal, I hear that farting sound through the exhaust, as some would call it, a vrpat. It just feels less like when you change gear with the in power shift mode on, the car jolts you back in the seat, almost like it's slingshotting you with every gear. It doesn't do that anymore. How do I feel about i30n, or specifically this facelift with the dual clutch transmission? I'm in awe. I actually don't know. You know, I struggle with these videos because I don't have the words of Chris Harris, or the comedy of Jeremy Clarkson, or the soothiness of JM on cars, you know. And I struggle to get along with the influencer style European car vlogger. I like it. I'm a big fan of Matt Armstrong, and he's one of my biggest inspirations on my channel, and I've always aspired to be. I've been watching his videos for years now, since it started Libertyable, and I've always aspired to be like him here in South Africa. But unfortunately, due to a lot of South African financial constraints, you can't do what that man can do. So that's a picture that I'm trying to build for you, to try and show you whose shoes I'm in here. The best advice I can give you is go and drive the i30n and experience for yourself what I'm experiencing here. Because what I can tell is that this is that just doesn't stop. It's one of the best cars or hot hatches I have driven. And my hot hatch list is got 2 cars on it. It was Golf 8 GTI, which I thoroughly enjoyed, and it had Renault Megane RS280 on it, and I'm still a big fan of the RS280. this blows that out of the water. This is on top. And if you go and buy a Golf 8 GTI, or if you go and buy a Golf 7 GTI for this car's money, then and you've driven this car and you bought the GTI, perhaps you did it for the badge, because as far as I can tell, in every aspect this car is superior, besides the ride quality. And this is where it gets interesting. In comfort mode, this car is very stiff, but not too bad, not GTI softness. In middle of the mode and suspension, it's undrivable on South African roads. And in the stiffer setting, it's a Civic Type R FN2 times 3 times stiffness, and that setting is purely for the racetrack. But in South Africa, you know, we've got a lot of brand issues, and I'm going to lean into that quickly because I don't want to keep you guys long here. But Suzuki sells the Suzuki Urban Cruiser or the Brezza. Toyota puts their badge on that car, and then that car outsells the Suzuki version. The Baleno, same thing. That puts you into perspective our brand issue that we have. If it doesn't have a Samsung or an Apple badge, what am I doing here? What am I saying? That analogy doesn't make sense. If it doesn't have a prim and proper badge, then it doesn't sell. And I'm praying that this car sells. Performance options, launch control active, in mode. Whoa, this launch. This thing comes out of the hole, no? Like an all-wheel drive car. Freaking insane. But I see it uses traction control to kind of push the power to where it needs to be. And this e-diff is astonishing in front of this car. I can't wait for the tuners who are willing to risk it to tune this car. If I had the money, right, I would have bought this car and seen what this car can do with software, and then big turbo later down the line. Because I'd love to show people, or actually I'm hoping Hyundai can maybe even send me a car just to try out at Killarney one day or on a racetrack to feel what this car feels like. So yeah, mind blown. One of my favorite hot hatches for 2022. I don't think there's anything that's going to take this here, this car's crown away on Liberable, but it'll need to be the Golf 8R. And I'm curious how the Golf 8R is going to compare with this car. And I know it's not in the same league, but still, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, share with the family, and feel free to check out other videos on the Liberable YouTube channel. Be free, be you. Liberable out.